Hello, beautiful humans. It's Audrea Firestone, speaker, author, coach. And I'm always sharing with you things that I have learned. And I've never stopped learning, but especially in the past 2 decades, I can say it has been constant. And I feel that my eyes are opened in new ways every single day, if I'm willing to see. So, what I want to ask you today is something that I asked myself recently, and I was very surprised by the answer. Were you raised to be codependent? When I asked myself that, I was astounded by my answer. The answer is yes. Absolutely yes. I was taught that my value as a human was only in one thing: how I could be a fixer, how I could take care of situations, how I could take care of others, how I could make others feel better, how I could solve problems. That was my value. That is when I was patted on the head or someone told me, "Oh, good job. That was really wonderful." Well, when that happens to you when you're very young, you believe what you're taught. You believe what you're taught and you think, okay, so I'm good at that. I'm good at that because obviously I'm getting response. People think it's good. They like me that I do that. And you forget the fact that what you want, what you need, what your desires are not met. They're not met, they're not respected, they're not responded to, they're brushed away. So, of course, you walk into relationships in your life when you are codependent because you think that that's what you need to do. And I am reminded of something that my father used to say. He used to say in Spanish, "Monkey, look at your own tail." But I was so busy picking off the fleas of the other monkeys that I didn't look at my own tail, that I didn't ask myself, what do I want? What do I need? What would make me happy? What a concept. And then we wonder why we're feeling empty here, why we're feeling like we're not nourished, because we're not nourishing ourselves, because we have been taught not to. Now, I somehow suspect that I'm not the only person on the planet that has been taught these traits. And especially women, we are taught many of these traits so that they become so ingrained and so natural that after a while, our boundaries for what works for us and what doesn't, they're simply not there. They are simply not there. Which means you go through life with this hunger inside. And hunger, instead of being nourished and satisfied, causes you, well, here's a perfect example. If you haven't eaten in a while and all of a sudden you've been doing something and you realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm really hungry. Well, are you going to bother to cook yourself a lovely meal? Or are you going to go to the refrigerator and eat whatever is there because you're starving? Same thing with relationships. You're so hungry to be appreciated because you're not appreciated, because you don't even appreciate yourself, because you're not nourishing and feeding your own self, that you end up in relationships that are equally not nourishing. So I'm not going to go on at great length about this. It was just a realization I had, one that made me super uncomfortable, got to admit it, but it's a fact. And the only way you can heal something is by grabbing it and dragging it out into the sunshine so it can be healed. So when I realized that I wasn't taking the responsibility for nourishing myself because I'd been taught that that didn't matter, I realized, well, if you don't like what's going on, then baby, who's the person who's supposed to change it? Oh, me. Okay, I get it. So I'm asking you, have you been raised to be codependent? Are you taking care of the needs of your heart and soul? Or is there something whispering, I want more? I want more. And if so, what is that? So if you like this video, subscribe, hit the like button, and let me know what is inside of you. What are those questions? What are the answers to those questions? Do you have your boundaries in place? Do you have yourself not only on the list, but on the top of the list? Or do you hear old voices telling you, Ali, you're being selfish? No, you're being loving. And the more loving and the more nourished you are, the more love you have to give. So that's it. Audrea Firestone, speaker, author, coach for today. And I will see you later, alligators. Bye.